On to domestic issues. Is the UK going to pay up to €50 billion to the EU?
We're still in negotiation with the European Union. I set out in my speech in Florence that no member of the EU27 need worry that they would have to pay in more or receive less as a result of the for this current budget plan, as a result of the United Kingdom leaving, and that we would honour our commitments, and we're in negotiation with the European Union. I want to see us moving forward together. I want to see us moving into discussions on our future trade and security relationship. I want a deep and special partnership with the EU in the future. I think that's not just only in our interests, I think it's in the interests of the EU as well.
Has a figure been agreed with the EU?
No, we are still in negotiations with the European Union, and I'm very clear that I want us to move together onto the next stage. Of course, we're working in the lead up to the December European Council. I want to see us able to move on to the trade talks and the security talks, but it means us moving together.
Have you agreed in principle to pay more?
I have said, what I have said in my Florence speech is that nobody for this current budget plan need fear that they will have to pay in more or receive less, and that we will honour our commitments, and we're in negotiations with the EU.
Financial settlement aside, it still leaves the tricky issue of the Irish border. You've repeatedly said no hard border, but the Irish government don't seem satisfied with just those words. How does that work in practice?
Well, I am clear that we shouldn't have a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. The Irish government doesn't want that. Parties in Northern Ireland don't want that. We want to ensure, because this isn't just about trade across the border, it's about people's day-to-day lives. We are maintaining the common travel area. That's been in place since 1923, so long before either Ireland or the United Kingdom were members of the European Union. That's part of what we've agreed with the European Union. But we also want to ensure that trade between Northern Ireland and the Republic can continue, but also that trade between the Republic of Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom can continue. I want to get onto those trade talks, but I'm very clear, no hard border.
But it seems that everyone shares the same ambition, but there's still no practical solution, and the Irish government seems to suggest that could stop things moving on to trade.
Well, but the practical solution is about trade. It's about the arrangements as goods across borders, and that's why it's so important that we move on to the next phase with the European Union to look at our trade relationship for the future and building that deep and special partnership, which will be important to Northern Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland, but also important to the other members of the EU as well.
What do you do if the EU say no trade talks come December?
We are working hard with the European Union to ensure that we can move together, but what I'm clear about is that we need to move together. This is about us both agreeing that we move on to the trade talks and the security talks, because the next stage won't just be about our trade relationship with Europe, it will also be about our security relationship too.
And if they say no, we walk away?
We are working hard to ensure that we get the movement onto the trade talks that I think is not just in our interests in the United Kingdom, but is in the interests of the rest of the European Union.
Prime Minister, thank you.